Are you hurt, angry? Maybe you're harboring unforgiveness in your heart? What if I told you that unresolved conflict can go deeper than you may realize? It may be affecting your physical health. What would you do? Welcome to the Superpower Her podcast. I'm your host, Dia Direct, and today we're talking about how unforgiveness is making you sick. Yeah. If we're being honest, we have all experienced being upset by someone's actions, at home, socially, at work, or otherwise. Maybe it was someone who disrespected you, misused you, or even abused you personally or professionally. And as a result, you started carrying bitterness against this person or people because they wronged you, right? And when we've been wronged, it's easy to feel justified in carrying resentment, feeling as if the offenders do not deserve forgiveness. You know, one definition of forgiveness is when someone steals something from you emotionally and you are powerless to reclaim it. So subconsciously, when we don't forgive, it's a form of control, an emotional shield you put up that blocks them and protects you from those who've been cruel. And I know people often think that forgiving someone is letting that person off the hook, but it's not true. You've heard it before, but you're going to hear it a little differently today. Forgiving someone does not mean allowing the person who wronged you back into your life. Forgiveness does not mean releasing the person who wronged you from anything other than them living rent-free inside your head and retaining undeserved power in your life. See, that's because you're the one holding on to that energy. And that energy becomes baggage, and baggage becomes weight, figuratively, emotionally, and literally. I'm talking about the emotional baggage that you're holding on to. The person who hurt you or the people who hurt you. All that stale stuff inside your head and your heart that's weighing you down and causing you to gain weight. I talk about this in my book, You're Successful, but Are You Okay? And in chapter 10, which is titled Heal and Be Happier, one of the things that I realized while researching and writing, and also through my own experiences, is how what's happening within you is literally seeping into every single part of your body. And that's why you've got to get it out and you've got to get it off of you. You can't just be holding on to stuff, because the stuff that you're holding on to also means that stuff is holding on to you. It's stuck in your system, in your body, and it's attaching itself to your organs. When you really think about that, is that the kind of power you want to give somebody who wronged you? To be stuck inside your spirit, your gut, your body, your organs? That's a lot of power that they don't deserve. And to be honest with you, I really went through this process of unforgiveness myself. And I'm telling you, it is a process. When things happen with people and situations, you have to give yourself some grace too. And one of those things is the grace of grief. And there are 5 stages to grief, right? Denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. And they're not in a particular order. And it's not on a particular timeline. As much as I know we want to rush it and just be over it, you've got to go through the process, because whatever is hurting you, whoever hurt you, they were meaningful enough in your life to cause grief, to cause anger, to cause pain. And so we do have to grieve that whatever we had hoped for, whatever our expectations were, whatever we thought would happen, or who we thought that person was in our life, we do have to grieve that a shift has occurred. We've got new information and a new experience, and now we've got to come into a new reality. And in my own process of a situation, when I finally made the decision to address it, I saw the physical shift that happened in my body. I saw it and I felt it. And I'm not going to be graphic, but like when I went to the bathroom and released, y'all, I saw the difference in my body. Literally the day that I made the decision to confront it, to call it what it is, to address it, to stop fighting God who was piercing my spirit, like that still small voice inside your head that says, it's time. It's time to talk about it. It's time to have that conversation. It's time to really let it go. Yeah, that was me. And God was saying, it's time to take this forgiveness to the next level. And once I made the decision, and then after I did it, I experienced a release. And it was like God was showing me, this is what you've been holding on to. And this is what's been holding on to you and potentially blocking your blessings. And who wants that? So I really want you to think about, what is it that you're holding on to and that's also holding on to you? And it's sickening, and it's making you sick. Because you're not hurting them by holding on to it. You're hurting yourself. So it's like a cancer in your body, in your mind, in your spirit. You can't think straight. You can't be as creative. You're not free. You need to walk it off. You need to talk it off. You need to pray it off. Get it out of your body. Release it. Confront it. Stop avoiding it, because it's there. And it's not going to go away until you deal with it. Now, of course, I'm a certified life coach. And so if you need some support in having that conversation, you can certainly reach out to me at info@deyadirect.net. And in the meantime, get the book and read chapter 10, which is Heal and Be Happier. What I know for sure is that choosing to forgive is making a powerful, conscious decision, freeing yourself from walking around with negative, haunting thoughts and feelings. Forgiveness releases you from the nagging burden you're carrying inside your head and your heart. Forgive them, not because they deserve it, but because you do. Just sit with that for a second. You deserve it. You deserve the release. You deserve to heal and be happier. When unforgiveness lingers, it's like a virus that spreads into your heart and your mind and possibly your body, because our body carries our emotions. Did you know that unforgiveness can have a direct impact on your health? I'm not making this up, y'all. Think about it. When you get upset with someone, you feel it, right? Like you feel it. Your emotions rise. You can feel your neck and your shoulders get tight. The pit of your stomach might get, a heaviness or a queasy feeling, or it might tighten up. What happens if those negative thoughts and feelings linger inside of us? Well, according to Hopkins medicine, unresolved conflict can go deeper than you may realize, and it may be affecting your physical health. The good news is, studies have found that the act of forgiveness can reap huge rewards on your health, lowering the risk of heart attack, improving cholesterol levels and sleep, reducing pain, blood pressure, levels of anxiety, depression, and stress. Research also points to an increase in the forgiveness health connection as you age. People who truly forgive others experience increased hopefulness, decreased anger, improved spiritual connection, increased self-confidence, improved relationships, and reduced stress, with subsequent improvements to physical and mental health. So as you can see, forgiveness is really for the sake of your own well-being. Forgiveness is a choice that you deserve. And one of the tactics I use to help me forgive others is to remember that we're all humans having a human experience. And this allows me to have more empathy for the other person or people, because you really just never know what another person is going through. And also being highly aware that I need others to grant me grace when I fall short. Knowing that, trust me, helps me to be a little less rigid and judgmental. Because you got to keep that thing in perspective, because we all need the gift of grace to evolve and grow. And even more, y'all, forgiveness includes us forgiving ourselves for the role we may have played in enabling others or for our response to situations. Oh, I know I do. I haven't always passed the test. Things that I thought I wouldn't do, say, feel, I haven't always gotten it right. So I need the same grace. And I want people to give me that grace. So when you start to feel all judgmental and shaking your fingers and I can't believe they da-da-da-da-da-da, remember, somebody might be saying that about you too. And you know how we are when that happens, right? Well, the Lord knows my heart. Yeah, you want some grace because you understand you, but you might not understand what that person is going through. So let the grievances go so that you no longer have to be the hostage to their hold on you. You no longer have to live a life filled with grief and unhappiness. Forgive and reclaim your power. The one thing you can control is your next step. You can't control what happened yesterday. You can't even control what happened an hour ago. But what you do next, yeah, you got the power for that. Every day that you're given the gift of life, you get to choose actions that bring you peace and bring you closer to fulfilling your purpose for the day. And even if it's a small step, take it. As MLK once said, take the first step in faith. You don't have to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step. You have the choice to not allow yourself to get distracted by the people, places, and things that will throw you off course. Forgive for your sake, for your health, for your future. I'm your girl, Dia Direct, your personal life coach. I hope this has helped you, spoken to your heart and your spirit. If you know someone who's holding on to some emotions and unforgiveness that's holding them back and keeping them down, send them this podcast episode. Share it with them. Sometimes people can process things better on their own and in their own time. So yes, like it, download it, share it, and please comment if this has made a difference in your life. That will make a difference in mine. Once again, I'm your girl, Dia Direct. This has been the Superpower Her podcast, where we teach you how to make your pain pay you back, and where women of power and women with powerful stories testify. Follow me everywhere at DEYA Direct. That's DEYA Direct. And you can also reach me directly at info@deyadirect.net. I love you and I mean it. Hey sis, I want you to know I see you, girl. I do. You've got it going on. You are a boss, bringing in the money, and I'm proud of you. Because I know it's not easy. But oh, if people really knew just what it takes to be you, taking care of business, and yet you're not as great when it comes to taking care of yourself. But you're strong. You can handle it, right? That is, until you can't. Eventually, your mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual self will cry out for help. And you know, it's not just you. The fact of the matter is the American workforce is in the midst of a chronic stress epidemic, and it's making us sick from head to toe, working unwell. And not only is that not okay, it's not necessary. And that's exactly why I wrote my new book. You're successful, but are you okay? Real self-care strategies to get you through the workday. I'm proud to say that this book does a lot of things. Number one, it will help you become the CEO of your life and well-being, giving yourself permission to prioritize your peace and preserve your overall health with practical tools that you can use at any time, specifically while you're working. Number two, relieve the buildup of emotions that arise, anger, anxiety, stress, sadness, even sickness that's caused by working in a toxic environment. This book will teach you how to make your pain pay you back. And number three, this book will help you develop a sense of agency to control the controllables in your life with dignity. 4, this book will help you to implement work boundaries so that you can enjoy better balance in your life. And number 5, it will help you to elevate your perspective on what success and happiness means to you and for you. So I invite you to go on this journey with me because we're in this together. You're successful, but are you okay? Real life strategies to preserve your sanity and get you through the workday is available now on Amazon in print and ebook.